When I was shopping, I noticed a boy secretly hiding bread in his clothes. I immediately stopped him and paid for it for him. After getting the bread, he squatted down and ate it quickly. When I saw this, my heart tightened. Then I took him to the seaside to clean up. When I saw his thin back, it was covered with scars. I decided to take him in. That night, we slept in my car, but the next morning when I woke up, the boy was gone. He took all my money. My kindness was betrayed. The emotional shock caused my illness to flare up. My dog immediately came to me and reminded me to take my medicine on time. After losing my savings, I became completely homeless. It was not that I did not want to go home. It was that I no longer had a home. Not long ago, I was laid off from the factory where I had worked for years. I searched for a long time, but no company was willing to hire me. Worse still, I was diagnosed with a heart problem. Just as I was hesitating about telling my wife, she handed me divorce papers first. So, I packed some basic necessities and took my dog and set off on the final journey. After the boy took my money, I went to a secondhand store, trying to sell some old belongings I had kept for years, but those items were not worth much. The owner politely refused me. I returned to my car feeling down and found that my dog also had no energy. I immediately took it to a pet hospital. After treatment, it was finally out of danger, but the high cost pushed me into desperation again. I had no choice but to return to that store and beg the owner to take the items. This time the owner agreed. The money he gave me was not only enough to pay the medical bills, but also left a little for travel. After saying goodbye to the owner, my dog and I set off again. When we passed by a coffee shop, I used the remaining money to buy some food for my dog. While chatting with the owner, I learned that he also loved dogs, so I decided to leave my dog with him. For it, this might be the best home. It would no longer have to wander and go hungry with me. I wrote its name on the dog bed and said goodbye with a smile, then seriously handed the leash to the owner and turned to leave. But at the moment I started the car, the dog suddenly began barking non-stop. I told it to stop, but it refused to be quiet. It tried desperately to break free from the leash. When I saw this, my tears fell instantly. I could not bear to leave it in the shop. In the end, I took it with me again, but at that time I had no money left, and the car had no fuel. I could only take my dog to search for food, and barely made a meal from what I found. Winter came soon. Hunger and cold kept pressing on me. My body became weaker and weaker. I knew I could not hold on much longer. I opened the car door, hoping the dog would leave, but under the seat, I found a pile of food. It had brought it back for me, but I no longer had the strength to eat. With my last bit of strength, I softly said goodbye to it, and thanked it for everything it had done for me. If it were you, would you have left it at that coffee shop?